Good morning guys from the rooftops of Hanoi, Vietnam. Today we are doing something we are very excited about and try to do in most countries we travel to, and that is a food tour. Not just any food tour, but a street food tour here in Hanoi. Street food is somewhat regarded as better than food from any restaurants, as it is fresh from the market, and I cannot wait. When I think of street food, I think of Southeast Asia, I think of Vietnam, and it's something we've always wanted to do here, and today we get the chance. We're actually doing it with Ha Food Tours, which comes up as second of all, not just any tour, in absolutely all tours that you can do in Hanoi. Not just food, so it is by far the #1 food tour, street food tour to do in Hanoi. We are of course running, yeah, my phone's not working, fashionably late, but I'm so excited to get involved in the Vietnamese street food.
Hey! Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
But I had worked in Old Town 18 years. So Hanoi Old Quarter, like my second village. Everywhere is my friend. Like the hotel owner is my friend.
So we have met our lovely tour guide, Ha, who actually owns the business. As you just heard him say, he's not from Hanoi, but he has 18 years of experience of the Hanoi food, the street food.
And the best places.
And the best places in the Old Quarter. Yeah, you have to be in the Old Quarter. Stop number 1, rice pancakes. This is very cozy. So we have the pork rice pancakes, pork and mushroom stuffed pancakes. It's kind of like a, I would say it looks semi like a spring roll, but they are rice pancakes. Very cozy sat here as well. You're supposed to dip it, I think, in sauce with chili, but I'm going to just have it on its own. They're really good. The pork tastes just like sausage. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, but you can barely taste them. And the rice paper is honestly so soft.
So in the south they will normally be fried, and obviously they differ here in the north. I'm just going to go straight in. Do I need to dip it in sauce? I'm going to skip the sauce as well. I'm so bad with chopsticks.
You're literally having to use the chopsticks to poke.
They're good. Caramelized onion on top. Really strong taste of mushroom. You said there wasn't. And the pork is incredibly soft. They were so good and typically served for breakfast here in Hanoi. This is why you need a tour guide walking around the Old Quarter, because there are so many street food vendors all around the city, and I wouldn't have a clue where to go.
Welcome to Bamboo Street. This is what we were saying in our first video of Hanoi, that each street has a specific trade, and this particular street happens to be where they sell all things bamboo, especially like the bamboo pipes, which we also saw in our first Hanoi video where they actually smoke tobacco from. So cool.
So this is the Thuc Lao, the Vietnamese pipe. I think it actually translates to like the drug or the tobacco from Lao. Put your tobacco in here, water, and apparently it's really strong tobacco, like potent, so I'll be sticking to the food.
Ha is full of energy. This is one crazy food tour, and our next stop is, I don't know the name of it, but we're having Bun Bo Quay, which bun means noodles, bot means beef, and Hue is the city that it comes from. I love this because the noodles are like rice noodles, as like similar to the rice pancake, you know, kind of squishy, and then they're in the broth with the beef. It looks very nice, and he said that you can choose like what sauces you want. You can have like chili sauce.
There's so many condiments.
Chilies, you can have rice vinegar, you can have lime, you can have sea salt. But I'm going to stick to authenticness, if that's even a word, authenticity.
And the meat's actually cooked in pineapple.
Wow, that's really strange. You get the like slight sweet fruitiness of the pineapple, but then you have like this beefy taste. You know, the only thing I can describe it close to is a bit like gravy, like watery gravy with noodles.
I love this. You're literally sat here on, again, the tiniest little stall. No tourists about whatsoever, which is nice. You've got the lady cooking the dish right next to me. And I actually found out that street food can be illegal in Hanoi because if it overflows into the street and causes traffic jams, the police might come past, pick up the table out the street, and throw it in the back.
Unless they've ran off with it.
Yeah, into the back of the van. I don't really know how to. I'm going to get better with the chopsticks, I promise. Right, I'm going to just zoom down.
See what I mean about they have the same texture as a rice pancake, but they're warm.
It's zesty. It's
I think it's the pineapple.
The pineapple is like popping through.
Ha has said that the broth you have to try. Apparently it's really different. It makes it different from other noodle dishes because it's zesty. It's got lemongrass and of course the pineapple. Oh my god!
It is, right? It like explodes.
It's so strange. Like you do get that taste with the noodles, but tasting the broth on its own, you get a completely different taste. It's zesty, it's fruity, and then that slight beefy taste.
We are literally thrown in stops that we didn't even know we were going to stop at. We just saw this guy making these donut-looking things. This is quay. It's like deep-fried bread, and you can actually dip it into different broths, but we're going to just have it as a quick dessert.
Sorry, it's so cool. He's making literally cooking them right there.
Yeah, it's like a donut without sugar. It's really good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
I haven't even finished my quay, and we're at the next stop.
So we've just finished our quay and now we have bowl nambo, which is basically beef with a stir-fried noodle in southern style. This doesn't have a broth and it looks really good. You can basically watch the guy at the front stir-frying it all. It's got
setting everything on fire.
It's got a little bit of everything in. Again,
peanuts as well.
Some peanuts, that'd be good. It smells really good. Unfortunately, I am terrible still with chopsticks, and I feel like I always will be, but.
I love watching you eat with chopsticks, it's so funny.
It's embarrassing. It's really zesty again, and the get that peanut crunch.
I'm so excited. So actually the beef is tenderloin, so I'm hoping it's going to be really succulent, and it's marinated in lemongrass and garlic. So wow.
You make a right mess of this.
That is so good. Do you know what? It's like peanut satay. That's what it tastes to me like. Beef, stir-fried beef, bit of salads, which Matt avoided, and the same noodles that's actually in bun cha, which we tried yesterday.
Thank you so much.
They're very famous, you know. They have a name on guidebook also. Only this family, they open the shop every day per year. Normally only open in summer. You know, sugarcane juice with like kumquat is much better than in many areas.
Right next door, we have sugarcane juice to wash it down.
Supposedly the best and the freshest.
Wow. I've never had sugarcane juice before. It's got kumquat in it, which are like tiny little limes. I wish I could describe how it tastes. It's like, it's really strange. It's like a little juice. Doesn't taste how I was expecting sugarcane to taste. It's not actually that sweet.
So this would be popular for Vietnamese in the summer to cool them down, but I don't even know what's summer and what's not. It is so hot here. But the family that run this one are the most famous because they are open every single day, and oh, it's good. It's the kumquat. It tastes a little bit like calamansi, Molly. A little bit like calamansi, maybe a little bit like lime. Yeah, it's really refreshing. We've just stumbled across the thinnest house in all of Hanoi. Look at this, your arms.
Wider. I am wider than the house.
What? Now for the national dish of Vietnam. here it is in all its glory. Pho beef noodle soup with sort of a fishy broth. This is essentially Vietnamese fast food at its best. The national dish of Vietnam, or at least the national dish of, does that make sense? The dish of Hanoi. And we also have quay, which is really random. I feel like it's like a donut, and supposedly we can just dip this in the broth. I don't know what to think of this fishy broth and donut.
That is the question. I think, is it nice?
I don't know. It's a strange taste. You're being very brave. You've loaded that with chili sauce.
It's changed the colour. I'm actually slightly anxious because it's
Art
orange.
did say that that's like super spicy.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he say it was really? Is it going to burn my mouth off? Oh my
It might make you
god!
quiet for 5 minutes. It does.
I won't eat it then. Oh no!
What?
Actually, no, it's not too bad. No, that is really hot. But the noodles, they're just so good. I'm just obsessed. This is noodle country, right? So literally every dish revolves around noodles, all different kinds.
Thank you. Oh, that was good. I'm still not sure on the Vietnamese donut dunked in a fishy broth, but the best pho in Hanoi, which should mean the best pho in the country, for 10. Not 410, for 10.
Spring roll. Now this is what I'm talking about. A crispy, just absolutely gorgeous looking spring roll. What's in this?
Inside the pork are mushroom, bean sprout, carrot, spring onion, glass noodle, and
Okay.
And isn't this Mrs. Spring Roll? So it's
Yeah,
literally
she is.
down a little alley.
She is Mrs. Spring Roll. But anyway,
We can't stop eating. I'm not too keen on the spring roll. A little bit oily, but we're. I don't know where we are. Ha is leading us everywhere around the old quarter, and do you know what? I don't even know what's next, and that is the charm of it.
So this one also like rice donut for you. Also for instance like dragon ball cake. So very in Vietnamese name is bánh rán. You know, it's made of rice sticky rice inside the mung bean or green bean. Yellow one. That is also rice sticky rice. And inside that yellow one because it's like mung bean.
Vietnamese donut. I told you these stops are just not stopping. This is like stop number 9. Of course, it's made out of rice. Oh!
let me see.
It's not really what I expected. You can see the lady cooking it in oil, but it's less oily in the spring roll. It's not as sweet as I thought. It's more savoury.
Stop number, I have no idea.
Bye bye yo!
That was basically 1, 2, 3 cheers in Vietnamese, and we are now trying rice wine.
I thought this was the bread shop.
Yeah, supposed to be trying bread, but no, we have rice wine that they actually take the coconut water out of a coconut, add rice wine in, and then you get little bits of coconut in with the rice wine. Oh my god!
Is it strong?
Oh whoa, that is strong!
So this is supposedly a weak one, 30%. You can get one with snake, that is 50%. Okay, let's go. Oh, it's not bad. It tastes a little bit like coconut vodka. Now the rice wine was an added treat. We actually came into here to try the banh mi, the Vietnamese sandwich that dates back, well the bread dates back to the French colonial period, being that it's basically a baguette, and I've got it with like a special mushroom floss. It's like floss to make it more like meat. It looks really good actually. Wow, that's really different. It almost resembles and tastes like a pulled pork. You like it?
It's essentially a fried egg sandwich, isn't it? But it's really weird. We'd have a fried egg sandwich in the UK. You wouldn't have lettuce in it though, but it tastes good. That was ngon. That means delicious in Vietnamese.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I always like. You see, 333, triple 3 like the first beer of Vietnam. The first beer to export to other countries.
I've never tried this.
Yes, right.
I've never tried.
Yeah, 1875. You can see that. That's the first beer. Yes.
I thought after the banh mi we were going to get dessert, but on Haas Tours anything goes, and we just went into a supermarket to grab a beer. You actually can walk and drink beer on the street. Obviously you can get the famous beer hoi of an evening, but we are trying the first beer of Vietnam. I've never actually tried this before. 333 beer. I think it is from Ho Chi Minh. Cheers. This is perfect. Oh, that is good. It's fresh. Very, very nice. It's actually a little bit stronger, 5.3%. I think it might be one of the stronger beers of Vietnam, and this is basically refreshing me on our walk to, I think, who knows on this tour, our last stop.
From beer to dessert. This is so cool.
I think this is the last stop, I'm not sure.
I hope so, because I feel really stuffed right now.
This is so cool. Yes.
Oh my god, it's like secret, isn't it? Look at that!
Hidden.
Hello!
Wow. There's so much, thank you. How have we got 3 desserts to finish?
This is crazy. This is actually the dessert family house. Look at how many, like, I was just saying to us, how do you choose what you want? But we have 3. So we have a mixed flan, which actually is pretty much the same as a Filipino dessert that we've had, halo halo, which is basically like mixed things like tapioca and
jelly.
Ice cream and jellies. And then we have, I think this is like milk. It's almost like a porridge, but it's grapefruit skin and some sort of bean. And then lastly, we have green, I'm going to try this one because I'm really intrigued. Green sticky rice, mango and ice cream with coconut on top. So I'm going to get a bit of everything. Oh my god, you so need ice cream right now. I'm going to skip the mango because it will take too long, but...
Green rice, so strange.
Oh wow. Let me take one more taste. Oh, it's really good.
I love this place. It is literally the little old lady's family home where she just makes hundreds of desserts. She runs out and she's grabbing different things. Ice cream, mango, the lot. This looks, it doesn't look the most appetizing,
yeah, let me show,
the way it comes out.
I mean, it's not,
but it's like jelly, flan. Yeah, it tastes exactly the same. That's the thing that we've tried in the Philippines. This has got to be the strangest combination ever, but tastes so good. Mango covered in sesame seeds, green sticky rice, and ice cream. That mango. That's a good mango. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
It was unbelievable, honestly. I'm now
so full.
Unbelievably full.
Yeah, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm full, but it was amazing.
It was full. It was literally full of surprises.
Yeah. Wow, what an amazing food tour we had with Ha. He really listened and he really made sure that everything we were eating was something that was different, but also that we would actually be willing to try. My favourite dish had to be the stir-fried beef noodle dish. My least favourite, there was a couple, but I think that's the benefit of trying a food tour with a local. There were so many things that we didn't even know existed. Without Ha, we probably would never have tried any of those desserts. Like, they totally didn't come up online as things you should try. They were certainly very strange, but 100% recommend doing a food tour with a local like Ha. We will link his food tours down below because I think we must have tried like God knows how many, and it was only a few hours, and it actually meant that we are now back in the hotel because it's like 3 p.m. We were very kindly upgraded by our hotel. We have a balcony and the room is actually more like a suite. We have our sofa and the decor is just really, really nice. But it's actually going to be our last view of Hanoi as we are heading to somewhere new tomorrow. And the Hanoi has been great. It's such a great city, and doing a food tour to end our time here was amazing. We will see you in the next one somewhere else here in Vietnam.